I'm going to start out by chopping some strawberries here. I've already washed these and cored them, and I'm just going to cut these into pieces, maybe half-inch pieces or so. Now that I've got my strawberries cut up, I'm going to work on the rhubarb. I've got 2 large stalks of rhubarb here and 1 kind of medium-sized. I would prefer to use 4 medium-sized ones, but the store was kind of running low on these. So what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to get these 2 out of the way. I'm just going to cut the end off and the leaf end about 1 inch or 2 from where the leaf end meets the rib. And I'm going to chop this in half. These bigger ones are kind of woody, so that's why I prefer the smaller stalks, but we'll deal with what we have. I'm going to cut these bigger stalks in half like that, and I'm just going to cut these into half-inch pieces. Now I've got my rhubarb all cut, and I added these to the strawberries. I forgot to mention, this is about 1 pound of rhubarb. You can also use frozen rhubarb if you wish, and if you can find it. I can't find it where I am. You can also use frozen strawberries as well if you wish, as long as neither one have sugar added to them. But yeah, rhubarb is getting very hard to find even where fresh, where it grows like weeds around here. But to this, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, which is 4 tablespoons. I'm also going to add in 2 tablespoons of orange juice, and finally 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Get that in there, and I'm just going to give this a stir to get the fruit covered with the cinnamon, sugar, cornstarch, and orange juice mixture. Now that I've got that all mixed up, I'm going to pour this mixture into an ungreased 9-inch by 9-inch pan. I like to use glass. You could use metal if you so choose. Go ahead and make sure you get all this sugary goodness out of the bowl and onto your fruit. I'm just going to spread this out into an even layer. And then when I get this done, we will start working on the topping. For the topping, I've got 1 stick of butter here. You can also use margarine if you so choose. It is a 1/2 cup, and I put this into the microwave just to melt it slightly. To this, I'm going to add 1 cup of oatmeal. It can use either regular oats or quick oats, doesn't really matter. I'm also going to add in 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour. And I'm just going to mix this up until it's incorporated. Now that that's mixed together, I'm going to bring my fruit back over here. And this is kind of a sticky, it's not really a dry, crumbly mixture. But I'm just going to go ahead and try and sprinkle this over the top using my hands. You can use a spoon if you want to. It's more fun if you get your hands in there and get them dirty. I'm just going to sprinkle this over the top, try and get an even layer here. And just about like so. It doesn't have to be, it's not going to cover completely, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm going to go ahead and put this into a preheated 375-degree oven, and I'm going to bake this for 45 to 50 minutes until the rhubarb is tender and it's nice and golden brown on top and bubbling. And when it comes out of the oven, this is what it will look like, all nice and golden brown on top and nice and bubbly around the edges. Go ahead and let this cool for 15 or 20 minutes, serve it up warm with some nice vanilla ice cream. And there you go. That is how I make my strawberry rhubarb crisp. Hope you guys enjoy, and thanks so much for watching.